I was trying to figure this
Can
out, and
you
I
hear
don't
me?
know if the
Can you
freaking.
still hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you now.
Perfect.
What's up, man? I think we're live.
What's up,
I'm
bro?
not even sure. Are we? Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, we're live. Yeah, it's all good now. What's up, man? First guest.
What's up, bro? Yeah.
So where you from?
Uh, well, I'm from LA. I've been living here for maybe like 10 years, but I'm originally from Turkey. I came here as a student, but
Turkey.
then I decided to stay. Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah. How long you been doing eBay for?
Oh, on and off 2 years, I would say. So about 3 or 4 years
So
I
you,
have experience.
okay.
Yeah.
So you're like a bodybuilder too, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Hell yeah,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. Yeah. But you know, I kind of fell in love with this whole eBay thing and selling online,
Yeah,
making profit, and something scalable rather than selling, online programs to people.
yeah,
I want to create like actual, you know, value, which is, flipping products,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
pre-owned
I mean,
products,
I work out
especially.
quite a bit, but I mean, not at that level. But I mean, I like to work out. I like to mix both together. It's good. I feel like
Yeah.
if you can work out and get a good body, you can be pretty consistent on eBay, and because it takes
Right.
this for sure.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So, what kind of questions did you have?
Well, I've been watching your videos from the beginning, and
Mhm.
especially since you are new, you are there here to create like valuable content rather than those who are the other resellers are kind
Entertainment.
of when they catch up with the YouTube game, they kind of I don't like that. So I'm really watching all of your videos carefully, and what I'm trying to do is same as yours. I want to focus on electronics and maybe pre-owned clothes, but most electronics because how fast the selling rate is and how easy I'm able to access them from the flea markets living in
Yeah,
LA. But my question was more of like art of negotiating. You are when you go to flea markets, I see you speak uh, Spanish, and
that
when
helps
I
me out a
don't
lot.
do that, yeah, that kind of cuts me from the deal I will be getting, or
Yeah,
like the I can't negotiate like that, or even like the way you dress that even matters. Like you get to learn this kind of stuff
yeah,
over time. But when I see you, when I watch your videos, you're just like professional, boom, 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 boom. Like the buyer knows what the buyer is giving, and the seller knows it. It's business to
yeah,
business. That's what I like.
yeah. No, yeah, dude. The Spanish helps a lot, and I grew up going to the flea markets here in California. My dad would just take me, but we weren't into reselling, but we would go to buy little shoes and just to walk around. Like in the culture,
Mhm.
like for the culture of the Mexicans, that's what they do on the weekends. They'll go in the morning and find
Right,
little stuff for the house and shoes and clothes. So like I grew up going there. So
right,
but I mean the Spanish helps out a lot for sure.
right, right. Well, yeah, you are. One of my favorites is, I also watch Osborne to Thrift, Daily Refinement, and
Yeah.
um, Tech and Sports. But, I watch Tech and
Second
Sports
sports.
while Daily Refinement's podcast.
Yeah, freaking I like those guys too. I mean I kind of
Yeah.
started doing YouTube because of them because I saw that mainly I see that like all these YouTube guys there's like a market for this. People want to watch it and I feel like my setup and the way I do stuff was like a little different than most people. So I was like, let me try it out and see what
Hmm.
happens. But I mean, it's
Yeah.
coming. Wear Jordans at yard sales or flea markets. I get taxed. There's actually a few comments. That's if you're someone said don't wear Jordans or yard sales at the flea market because you'll get taxed because they'll think that. But I guess it depends on if you're buying shoes or not. But
Right.
I I've never had that problem. I usually tell people when I'm like negotiating, I'll tell them straight up like, hey, I'm buying a resale. Like I'll buy a lot from you, like right off the bat. You know, that's usually what I do. Like, hey, it's cool if I make a pile, and they'll always be like, oh, I got more. I'll bring more next time. So I'll tell them straight up what's going on. And when they tell me a price, I'm like, oh, I'll straight up be like in Spanish, be like, oh no, I mean, you know, I got eBay fees. It's like 40%. I'll say that, and like shipping and all that stuff. If it's a bigger item, like, dude, that's like $40 to ship, and then you want like 20 for it, like I'll bring them down. So because they don't know much about the online stuff.
Yeah,
Might have to take some Spanish classes. Especially here in California.
I just need to be like people's person, but of course, knowing Spanish helps, obviously.
Oh, yeah. What? Because I went to the flea market in San Fernando. It's pretty good over there, dude.
Right?
Like,
yeah.
LA,
yeah, it is
LA.
good. Yeah.
In California, we got it pretty good here. I know, yeah, it's more expensive to live, but like it's the biggest. It's a state that what's it called? They get rid of the most stuff. Like me, I was moving out, or I'm getting rid of furniture, and I put a bunch out for free in the front yard, and it's all good furniture. But like someone could pick it up and flip it, you know? So, like, people just wait. It's a huge waste here in California for sure.
Right. And you live in San Jose, right?
No. I grew up in San Jose. I have a lot of family there, but I go there pretty often to like have some connections there that are nearby. And sometimes I'll just go visit family, and I'll like my cousin has an extra room, and I'll just sleep over and we'll hang out, and then I'll just hit the flea market on the weekends too. But yeah, I got people like in San Jose, like or I just recorded a video on Saturday, and I tried some new flea markets, and I got a few numbers there. The guy's like, oh, I get stuff like this all the time, and you know, it's a new guy I could hit up potentially. But yeah,
but that's the thing that made it possible for your store to grow so fast in such a short period of time.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I admire about you. I was like, wow, it's been, you know, this compound effect that something is working, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, so paying close attention.
Yeah.
Especially you're young too. You know, like I'm young too, 27, but you're even younger than me, 24. That's just amazing. The numbers you're getting are insane.
Yeah, it's getting there.
And I'm addicted to, as you know, maybe they don't mention it as much, but there's stimulus. That's a stimulant from eBay sales, like the notifications. You know, I'd rather get that notification more frequently than like having one huge sale. You know.
Yeah. I'd rather get them throughout the whole day.
Right, but in order for you to do that, you know, you need to have a lot of items.
Yeah. Back in the day, I was talking about that with my buddy Colin. Back in the day, we used to source like the 100 and up and stuff like that. But now that we're just getting so much, we get way more higher priced items now that we're doing more volume. Like we're still getting more expensive items. We still sell more expensive items. And on top of that, we're selling the 20s, the 30s, the 10s on top of everything just because it's so much. Let me read a few of these comments. Sub, do you promote your eBay items? Yeah, I promote actually all of them. I do 10% on the whole thing.
10%, nice. Because people keep saying, especially other eBayers, 1%, 2% is just like, no, like eBay wants their promoted listing money. And I did the 2% experiment versus recommended, which is like usually 5, 6, 7, whatever, depends on the category. It's just, it makes a difference. They want their money.
I was doing 10% since I started promoting, but Tekken Sports said this too. He was like, if I get, I think he said in a breakdown that from promoted listing, he did like just off promoted listings, he did 500,000. Just off the promoted listings. So the 10% would be 50,000. 50,000 to get 500 on top of other stuff. Like, I don't see it as that bad. Obviously, to take fees and stuff, but like, hey man, if it all depends on your cost of goods. If you like tight, then you know. But if the more when you buy in volume, you get stuff cheaper, so you have more freedom to do that kind of stuff. You pick up small electronics. What is the least you're willing to make from an item. I think it just depends. Like if I buy like 3,000 items, which I have before, like if the freaking item's $3, like I'll take the $3, you know, and because I know there's gonna be more stuff. But if I'm paying for just one item or 2, 3 items, like I gotta get at least 10 to 15 minimum. If I'm buying like 2 or 3 at a time, you know, which is not normal that I do that. But yeah, I gotta get at least 10 to 15 if I'm buying like just one item. So that was a question someone had. So what else did you have? What kind of questions?
It's just I'm in the position of scaling up my business. I do have around like 1,000 items in my house. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment, and I'm in LA, so it is kind of costly to have a warehouse as big as yours.
Yeah,
But I do
for
want to have a store that is 10,000 and up. That's where I want to be at. So, but it's hard to do it in LA. So I'm thinking of kind of like moving, so I can scale this, eBay
Yeah,
business. But then again, this is the place I know to source from,
yeah,
But it doesn't matter wherever you go as long as they have flea markets and it's close to
yeah.
places. I used to go to thrift stores and all that, but it's not worth the time. It's
For
always better to buy
electronics,
in bulk.
yeah, for
Yeah.
electronics, it's once I switch to like buying in bulk, I don't really go for thrift stores anymore because of that. Like, because there's not really much there. You can find a few items, but not like when you're trying to buy a lot.
Right.
If you want to buy a lot, you got to go to flea markets. And but yeah, you said you have 1,000. Do you have them like in your bedroom or what? Or like in a separate
Uh,
bedroom?
Everywhere. But yeah, I do have like one whole bedroom, and there's some in living room, some in kitchen. There are smaller items. I said like tools, electronics, like this fucking,
Okay.
stuff like. But I do sell anything. I do have, but I want to focus on electronics mainly.
Yeah. Let me see how many items my buddy has. He's doing it out of his bedroom too. And what he does, he has the same exact boxes I have, but he just have them stacked up on the wall. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and then whenever he needs them, he'll bring them down. Let me see how many he has. He has 1,185 items all in his bedroom too. So pretty similar to you. But he's
Nice.
having the same kind of
Nice.
problem. I feel like that's the
Yeah.
kind of the limit to the
Right.
bedroom game because that's a lot for like in the house for sure.
Right. Right. And you're not in that kind of position to kind of spend the money on a warehouse and cut but because
No,
you essentially don't pay rent, because I'm living here anyway. So that's,
yeah.
yeah.
I used to do it. I think a good option, but still LA is freaking expensive. What I did, me and my buddy Colin, we got a house, like a 3-bedroom house that had a decent garage, and we ran it out of there for like 8 months, and it was pretty good. Like a garage, like if you set it up right, it could do pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Someone said, "Do you estimate? Oh, do you estimate weight for each item?" I don't estimate weight for any item. I think me doing it because I have a VA, and so I'll have a little box, and I know if it's like the size of my hand, I'm gonna just say $6.99. It might be, and for the most part, it's gonna be like $4 to ship out. And if I end up if it's like over a pound and I put it in a flat rate and it's 8, screw it, because I'm gonna win in some and I'm losing some. But for the most part, I'm gonna make at least $1 or 2 on each small item. And on the 17.99 ones, it's in the big tubs like an Xbox. It'll fit in the biggest it'll be. It's gonna be like in a large flat rate. The longer flat rate boxes, the large ones. All that kind of stuff would fit in there, and that's how I estimate it for 17.99 when I just send it to the VA. And if I can get it cheaper and send it to UPS, I will. But that's why I put those prices. And garage and yard sales, I used to hit them up, before I got my contact list like pretty good. I might have to hit some up just for like the videos, but I don't go anymore. And then when the pandemic, actually, I started my eBay store when the pandemic was like in full swing, because I was working in Texas, and like that was the work stopped for a little bit, and I was like, all right, I gotta hop back on eBay, because I used to do it when I was in high school. So like, and I had already thought
Perfect
about
timing.
it. Cool. And my dad kept doing it, and hold on, some guy said I skipped the question. My sales are actually pretty good. Just the last week was pretty bad, or they were like half of what I, or like 1/3 of what I normally make in a week, because of my suspension. All my items were gone. But today, like, they went back to normal, and I think it should just be back to normal. But were you gonna say something?
Yeah, why did you get suspended for? Oh, Vero,
Vero?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and you saw that. I mean, daily, what happened to daily from it? It's freaking. Find it kind of annoying though that
It's
people.
scary. Yeah, it happened to me too, so I know how it feels to get your account suspended.
Scary,
But on that level,
it's different. Yeah.
just yeah,
Yeah, it's a different situation. And
right. Yeah.
me and Colin talked about that, and I feel like we're gonna get our eBay store to where it's like right below where they start looking too much, and just kind of keep it there and do other stuff on the side of it, because it's pretty hard. Because the way we buy stuff, it's like none of us have invoices, like none of us, unless you have like you're buying off of freaking Walmart or like legit suppliers, so they should have suspended him for the hair. Like the hair. Can you see the comments? Yeah, huh?
No, I can't see them.
You can't see them?
No.
Someone said they should have suspended him for the hair. Yeah, I don't know what the
For the hair?
Yeah, they just said that for the hair. Probably my hair. I think that's what they're talking about. You rule, my friend. Been doing eBay as a job since 1999. I've always just scraped by. Going Toady, your angle. Thanks for the transparency. You're much appreciated. Oh, I guess they were just hating on my hair. Be all right. What other questions do you have?
How do you like your VAs? I want to also leverage them too. I've been looking into them. But you said you pay $1 per item. Isn't that kind of a lot? Especially for those people who live in those third world countries, that's a lot of money too. If you could find it for like 50 cents per item, that's where I want to be at,
Yeah, you probably could find some 50 cents, but I feel like these guys, they're like premium, because I've tried like probably 20 of them. They cost a little more, but like I've never had a guy that helps out that much. And we're actually doing like business on the side as well, where they do Amazon drop shipping, and we're gonna start that together. And I know they help out a lot. So, yeah, I feel like for me, it's worth $1 for what they provide.
Right.
And it's consistent. Like sometimes I forget to send the pictures, and in the morning I'll be like, hey, where are the links at? Or they'll push me, and I like that.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
They'll be like, hey, you're gonna send links,
great,
or like, hey, I'm gonna be gone this weekend, and they'll be like, oh, have fun or whatever. And they work with my dad and my uncle and my buddy Colin too. So I don't know, they're pretty cool. I like them. And my dad, at first he was like iffy about them, because like it's a lot of money. Like if you're used to just working on your own, and then you go to paying that, at first it's like, god dang, But my dad was saying it's nothing special what they do, which is not. Like honestly, the eBay people or anyone that does eBay or anything, nothing special. But what separates them from anyone else or like an in-house employee is that they're like consistent as heck. That's the special part about them. What they're actually doing, the listing, isn't the crazy part, but the fact that they can do it Monday through Saturday for a year straight and not miss a single day. That's like the special part, and it's hard to find. And they're quick. Like I'll send them freaking 200 items midnight, 2 in the morning, and they'll done by 3 p.m. the next day, no matter how many I send them.
You don't keep them paying on Fiverr, right? You essentially move to another payment system so that you can.
I found them on Fiverr, and then we started dealing because they were getting taxed through Fiverr. I wasn't getting taxed, but basically we went on WhatsApp, and then we just paid through like a different app. That's how we do that. And they send me invoices and stuff like that, so like legit receipts and everything. Let me reply to a few messages. Can you talk about fund allocation? What goes to the pocket / reinvestment? How do you track it? So basically, my idea for the funds allocation is since I'm trying to grow. I think the reason why I grew so fast too is that like almost all the money I got, I was reinvesting it like all the time. Every single time I got money, I was just pumping it back in, and I keep doing that. But now I'm getting a lot, so I can still put a lot away. But I'm pretty much buying as much as I can because I mean there's only so much product that comes in too. But I try to reinvest everything because I'm trying to grow it faster. So, but if you're kind of just taking slow, it just depends what you're trying to do. If you're trying to grow super fast, then pump it all in there. But obviously I couldn't do that at first because like you got rent and stuff. But I know if something happens, like 3 days of sales will like cover whatever rent and all that stuff. So 3.5 weeks of the month, I can play around a lot with what I invest. Can you make a video on how you do your bookkeeping? Yeah, bookkeeping is pretty easy. I used to do it line by line. Oh my god, dude, that's freaking. Once I started selling more, it's hella hard. But now it's how much did I spend for the whole year? How much rent for the whole year? Basically separate it as a whole year, and then you just kind of do it like that. But I can do a video like that. Where do you get your blue storage shelves? Everyone asks about the storage shelves. Those were a warehouse closed down in the Bay Area by San Jose, and we found them on Facebook. And they put that they had like 200 of them for sale, and me calling and my dad freaking bought them all. We just pulled up and got a good deal, and we took them all, and we got the ones that we needed, and we flipped the rest here like locally. What's the VA you used? I have a video. Go to my previous videos, and there's one on there, and it's in the script. My monthly rent. So my rent. You're in California. Like, how much do you think a 3,000 square foot warehouse is? Like, anywhere in California?
It's a lot, bro. How much do you pay?
Dude, freaking, I paid $1,250, which is fucking hella cheap. Like, I got lucky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do a video on my dad's setup. Totally different than mine. You got any more questions?
Any tips on dealing with returns? Today I had a return. It was a printer that ended up not working, and I listed it again as parts and repair, and sold as is. And I put in the description, it's a return item, blah blah, for parts and repair. The buyer bought it and then still wanted to return it, and I was like, wow. And he has a lot of feedback, and I, of course, end up paying for the return shipping and the original shipping, which is a lot for a heavy printer, like $30, you know. So essentially, I lost money for a stupid printer, which I won't do that mistake again. So that's you know, you live and learn. How do you deal with those kind of like returns? Because you sell most of your items, not almost maybe, but parts and repair for.
Yeah. So.
Repair. And then the reason, you know, once you receive them, I guess you list them again.
Yeah, so that was the main reason why I started switching for parts or repairs because, like, like the same exact reason with you, like that printer. I don't want to deal with that anymore. Like it might be working. There's a good chance it might be working, but I could just get like half the money and just avoid the returns and just keep it moving. Like when I test stuff, when I put stuff for parts, most of the time, honestly, I don't test it. Like I'm just assuming it doesn't work, and if it does work, they're super happy, and they come back and buy more because they know that like, it might actually work. And I think that's why I sell a ton of. I have a ton of returning customers because of that. But like the simple stuff, like a printer, I'd have to plug it into my computer and make sure it scans and make sure it prints properly, you know, all that stuff. So that's gonna take too much time. And if it's like a $200 printer, I'd rather put it up for 100. And
Right.
no testing time.
You know, sometimes, well, I did make sure. Sometimes I did make sure, but still, you know, they're so sensitive buyers. I guess, oh, this is not printing right, and this and that. So what do you have to do? Like eBay will force you to return it anyway.
Yeah.
So when it's like a big item like that, you end up actually losing money if you don't know what you're doing. You know.
Yeah. No.
That's
So
my thoughts on printers, especially big items.
no. Yeah. So you're gonna lose. Like and I talked to eBay about this, and the lady was like, when you work at or when Kohl's sells a shirt and they bring it back in 2-3 days and they wore it, but it still has the tags, like they still have to return it. And that's just kind of how the customer service. It's kind of like the business we're in. Even like they could lie instead of saying, let's say if it's this iPhone, they paid $800, iPhone 12 Pro Max, and they don't like it, and they send it back saying it doesn't work, and the reason why they returned it, like they're gonna win. It all depends on the reasoning on what they put on there. So if they know what they're doing, they'll just put item does not work, and you're screwed. But if they put
and they usually know. They usually know if they have especially
yeah,
high feedback. They know.
if they put just didn't like it, you could actually decline it and you could win. But if they put does not work or something like that, you're screwed. And it's just kind of how it is. But yeah, I mean, it's up to you if you want to avoid those big returns because those hurt, man. Like you've got to pay the $30 back. And what I do when that happens too, and I'll offer him like the partial refund. I do a lot of partial refunds. I sold this dude this big thing. It was like 100 pounds, and it was like $100 to ship. And I sold it for parts, but it arrived damaged. Like it got even more messed up. And I think I sold it for 700. And and they were trying to return it. They opened a return request, and I was like, God damn it, 700, bro. And then the 100 to send it back. So I offered him $400 for a partial refund. That's better than 700 and
still made a lot of profit. I'm sure.
Yeah,
That's smart. Yeah, that's
like,
smart.
Screw it.
I
So
should
did
have
a lot
done
of
that.
partials.
Yeah.
And that's if they want to. What if they want their whole money, you know? So it just depends. I try to message them and just be like, oh, do you take a partial? And if it works, cool. If not, then God damn it, it stings for sure. Do you accept returns? I do accept returns on 4 parts items. I don't accept returns, but they can still freaking open a return request and they can still win. Like it doesn't even matter if you don't accept returns. And someone said, how much profit do you make roughly a month? Not including the money I spend to buy a new product, just the product alone that sells, has already been paid for. Out of 40, I'll probably take home after eBay fees like 20. And then obviously 20 just from the items, and then I got to pay like 4 to like the help. Like and the help and then the warehouse and stuff. So more like 15. But honestly, it's pretty cool because eBay takes out like 14, like right off the rip. Hate selling big items. I do offer up. Yeah, I switched to the big items, but the big items I do get are I'm starting to focus more on the pricier ones to at least make it worth it and something happens, you know. I don't know if you have answered this, but what profit margins? Okay. Do you source daily? I don't source daily. The only time, dude, like the videos I do, that's literally only for the videos. But like I source like once every 3 weeks, if that. 5K after hair gel. Counting on my hair. How many are you listing a day right now?
Well, I'm not consistent. I haven't listed for 2 weeks. I have a death pile. Well, it's all good items, but I have to do it. I just, I have a good setup. I just don't like the whole listing and doing the stuff. But I can take photos and use a VA. That's why I asked you, because that's one of the business aspects I don't want to do. Like, I like shipping, I like sourcing, but I don't like.
I freaking hate listing. Yeah, that's why I don't mind spending the extra money and it gets done good. Yeah, freaking.
Yeah.
I don't even like taking pictures. Right now, but I mean, it's got to be done. But that's why I got the help.
That's where I want to be at. Like, eBay is it's a hard job, but if you want to turn this into a business, you can make other people do the job. Like, take photos and use VA. You just use a brain to source, and you're the
for sure.
That's a great place to be at. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, if you want, man, you can hit him up, and I recommend that guy. Like, it's pretty freaking good. But if you want to try someone cheaper, I understand too. Let's see, no more questions right here. Yeah, but the VA, like, freaking saves you so much freaking time. Because how long do you think it'll, when you are sourcing, how long will it take you to list, like, or how much do you normally list in the day when you are listing?
15, 20 maybe.
How long do you think that'll take you?
Oh, more than an hour. I mean, it's like 4 or 5 minutes. I'm maybe less. I'm pretty fast, but I'm also lazy too. Not lazy, but I I don't want this aspect of the business. I just want the sourcing and finding items. But this, of course, I could do it, and I don't work anywhere else. I consider myself a full-time seller. Still, I'm growing, but I don't want to do anything else. So I'm just trying to figure out how to make this system, and of course, switch to a warehouse.
Yeah.
And have an actual office, and the employees and all that stuff. It's right now I'm just by myself.
Yeah. For a bit, I was just straight up by myself for like a year, but I kind of saw like I already always had that kind of vision of that it could be more than just like a little side hustle, how people see it. I wanted to make it like a thing. And I'd tell, like, when I first started, I'd tell my dad like what I kind of wanted to do, and because he does it differently, more of like buy a few things, sell them. But yeah, that was my idea to do what I'm doing now. The guy is a reseller. But yeah, dude, it just depends, because if you're doing 15, let's say if you pay the guy $30 a day and you avoid the listing, that's off your back, and you focus on getting better product and more product, and you focus your energy on that, I feel like you make more money.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
That's what.
Since I don't have a lot of storage too, I've tried to focus on higher
quality
selling. Yeah, it's faster, it's better. But if I had a warehouse like you, like those bigger items, especially, it's better to hold on to them. But
I'd actually, someone said, do you have a weekly salary? Do you pay yourself, or do you reinvest all your money back to source items? I don't really pay myself, because all I really need is a freaking rent and food. I don't really have like flashy. I mean, I have some clothes, but like I don't be buying stuff like crazy. But I mean, I do get to save a good amount of money either way. But I mean, I don't see like pay myself. Like, any opportunity that comes, I'm gonna take it. So I just grab a Goodwill bag of items and tote next to me. Let them put it in the tote. Check his last bids for the VA. Yeah, thank you, man. But yeah, I'd say try it out. because you're in the same spot that you're like in the same exact position that my buddy is in his room, in his crib, and he's thinking about doing the jump too. But when you start doing that too, you start because the listings are going to go up like crazy, and you're going to run out of space quick. That's the only thing. And it's not just the amount you're going to source more items. You're going to spend more money on items, and you're going to spend more money on the guys, and your shipping is going to go up, and then eventually going to run out of space. You're going to have to get warehouses. Everything's just going to go up all together. So you have to be aware of that too. That's the one at $1 an item. Now my wife takes pictures during the day. I list them while watching TV. Yeah, it works. Oh yeah. Yo, what's up? How do you feel about Amazon FBA? Like I said, I'm gonna start it up with actually the guy that lists with me. We're gonna kind of do it together. He's gonna be doing most of the work, and I'm kind of gonna put the money up. I don't really understand it, but I'd like to fucking learn for sure. Like anything like that, it's pretty cool. Amazon FBA has like huge potential to, if you know what you're doing, it could be like huge. How was your Los Angeles done? The San Fernando Swap Meet was actually really freaking good, and I was over there for like a family trip, and we just stopped by, and it's pretty good. Cena Fiber, he said he got another guy from the worker on WhatsApp. That guy. What do you think your cost of goods is right now?
I don't have an average, since I buy random items still. I don't have like one specific category that I sell. Like, for example, I paid $10 for this one. It's supposed to sell for like 50, 60. But then again,
that's good.
I paid $10 for this one, which is like it's Akai. Do you know this brand?
But
I'm going to sell it as for parts and repair. But I try to make at least 4 or 5 times the amount I pay.
Yeah, those are good too.
If I'm switching to more bulk, if I have more space, obviously, then I have no problem having a higher cost of goods as long as it sells fast.
Yeah, and the thing is too, don't feel like you got to rush either into getting like that 10,000 item store, because 10,000 items doesn't really mean anything. Because if you have 1,000 items in your store and you're selling 200-300 a month, that's pretty damn good. Or if you're selling if you have 1,000 item store and you're selling 500, like it's freaking amazing. So don't always think that's where I'm at right now. I'm at 14,000, and I actually deleted like 2,000 items in the last like 2 weeks because some guy bought like 2,000 items. So I should be way up, and someone's gonna buy a lot again too. But I think I'd rather be like right at 10,000 and just kind of maintain that and liquidate. But I think I had the same 90-day. I've had the same 90-day total for like since August. Like it hasn't changed at all. It's been consistent. The only thing that's changed is my listing. I have way more listings. Like at 6,000 items, I'm making the same amount of money at freaking 14,000. So 14,000. And Tech and Sports said that when he did a listing increase, it took him like eight months to a year to notice a huge jump in sales. So like it's pretty slow when you do like a jump.
Why do you think that is? Because you're supposed to get more impression on traffic.
You'd think. I don't know. It's weird. Sometimes I'll do 70 items a day and compared to like 120, it's sometimes like barely even higher. You'd think it'd be double, but I don't know. It's weird. Let's see a few messages. What's your guys' average sell price? Mine is like 36, 35. What about yours?
Mine is like 45 because I have some higher ticket items in the mix too.
Yeah. I'll DM my boy that does this full time. Oh, Paul. How you get permits to sell certain items? If you need permits to sell an item, I would just freaking avoid it. You need a lawyer and permits and stuff like that. Just avoid the item. I don't think any one item is worth it, or one brand. Buy items, get invoices, or pay company. Yeah, that's how you do it. But like, if you pay a company to do it, I'm telling you, it's gonna be freaking pricey. It's not worth the money you could potentially get. Let's see. But yeah, dude, like in LA, just a different animal over there. The Bay Area too, but I just know there's a lot of stuff over there.
Mm-hmm.
Said, hey, they're asking what your store name is. What is your store name? I'm gonna follow you, man.
My store name, Gems Finds.
Gems Finds.
Gems Finds.
Okay, I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna be watching you, man. Better be putting in work. Let's see. LOL, we love guys like you. Say avoid it. That's time we pay months. Yeah. We love guys like you that say avoid it. That's the item we make 30 to 50K a month on. Yeah, I mean, if you find a freaking that sounds like something else. This guy's saying that if one item can make you 30 to 50K a month, yeah, I mean, get permission from it, but that's if you can find that. But if you can find that, screw it. Try it out. That sounds more like wholesaling a certain brand. There's actually 42 people on here. It's actually pretty good. So you said you were from Turkey, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you came over here for school, like when you were in high school. When you were in high school, you came over here, or what?
Oh yeah, when I was in high school, yeah, I was in Santa Cruz for a year as an exchange student. So I went there my last year of high school, and then I came back for university. And then, I always wanted to live here anyways, but.
What did you go to school for?
Cal State LA, nutrition and dietetics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not a dietitian yet, but I'm a nutritionist. You need to pass
to get me on a plan. Have to get me on a plan. Get a little stack or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be dope. We'll get you on an eBay plan. You get me on a diet plan. Yeah, right.
Well, we will be in touch, man. Like, yeah, you were close by, and you were nice to meet you. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, it's actually been 43 minutes. Do you have any more questions at all?
Not really, man. I just wanted to ask you a few questions and wanted to see how this live will turn out. Wanted to.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm gonna be doing. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing like one of these a week. But honestly, a few people hit me up, so I might be doing like 2 or 3 a week. I don't know. They're pretty fun. I think it's pretty cool. And I mean, I can help people out too, or if they have any questions. But yeah, man. I think we might wrap it up. We'll keep in touch on Instagram. So
yeah, for sure, dude.
Watching your store. Any questions too? Just DM me and I'll hit you up right away. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. DM me if you guys want to be on a video like this. Be doing them pretty often. I got like 2 people on the waiting list. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the first coaching call online. So, and these are free. I'm just doing it just to help you guys out. But if you guys want to cut the line, I mean, I'll take some PayPal money. No. All right, then, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later, bro.
All right, bro. Nice to meet you.